still sort of think that TikTok is just for teens and pranks and fun and entertainment, but it's changing. There's a lot of like educational content on TikTok now. So yeah, I had a really good conversation with Josh, and his TikTok account is really valuable as well. So if you guys want to learn more about like TikTok, especially how to use the app, I think that's a really, really good account. He's a really, really good person to follow if you want to learn more about the app. Driving soon, awesome. All right, so let's look at some more questions. So Instagram killed the related hashtag. Yes, actually, I just made a video, so you may have watched the video on my YouTube channel. Instagram did kill the related hashtag, and these are the hashtags. So on Instagram, remember when you type any hashtag, it'll give you and do a search. It'll give you the hashtag that are related to your search, and I believe it's gone both from the desktop and also the mobile Instagram. So you can't see that anymore, right? So there's still ways you can use different hashtag tools to still see the related hashtag information and data. And that's the video I made on my YouTube, I think a couple of days ago. So go watch that for sure. So yeah, in short, you can still find information for related hashtag. It's just tricky right now. The next question, how do you market mobile app on social media? So the biggest question you want to ask is, like, who's your target audience for the mobile app and where is that audience, right? And then two things. As soon as you start building your app, your mobile app, you want to go build that community of those people. So by the time when you launch your app, you have people, a group of people that you can launch it to. And ideally, you want to start building your email list. So when you launch your app, you have a list of people that you can make an announcement to. Then that way, you're not running into the classical mistake that people make where they have the app, they launch it, and no users, right? No one is using their product. All right, next one. I really like your TikToks. Greetings from Argentina. Thank you. Thank you for your kind comments. Flick.tech is great for hashtag research. Yes, so Flick.tech is a great tool. The tools that I like, so let me actually share my screen. So if you guys are watching on YouTube, you will be able to see my screen. Let me see if I can figure this out. Let me share my screen. And then turn it on. There you go. I believe now you're able to, by the way, those of you watching on LinkedIn or YouTube, let me know if you are able to see me and my screen both. You should be able, but if you're not, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to fix it. All right, so the tool that you mentioned, Tech. So that's a really, really good tool for Instagram hashtag research. The other that I like to use is called Meta Hashtags. That's one of my favorites because it's free. You don't have to pay anything. So that's another one. And then the last one is like display purposes. So there are just so many tools these days that you can use. Yes, I can share the screen on LinkedIn. Awesome. Thank you for letting me know. Yeah, sometimes it's kind of crazy and you're not able to see it, but looks like you guys can see the screen. All right, next question. Let's see. Do you have a website where I can get the free non-copyright music for YouTube? Yes. I don't use any, but I think Epidemic Sound, a lot of people who talk about or they use this website for royalty-free music for YouTube content. So go check this out. I think this is a lot of YouTubers this site, and also a library of audio as well. That's like another option. All right, so let's look at, let me resize this. Next question. What do you think, how do we optimize the LinkedIn bio? So I can talk about this forever, actually. A couple of things I would suggest if you try to optimize your LinkedIn bio. Obviously, so I'm gonna go to my LinkedIn and show you guys. A couple of things you wanna do, obviously like start from the top, right? So make sure your cover image, a lot of people still don't use a good cover image. So use your cover image to really like build, authority, show your expertise. In my case, I'm just using the logos, but some people, they put their lead magnet there. For example, if you have like a free ebook or something and ask people to go to a link to get that. So, highlight that. And obviously good profile image, that's always helpful. And the most important thing is the bio headline. You want to use the keyword that your target audience is potentially searching for. So in my case, I'm using like digital marketing consultant. So you can, whatever keyword you think your audience is going to be searching for, you can use that in your LinkedIn headline. The other thing what I like is using a formula, I help X do Y. I think that's a really, really interesting way you can kind of build your bio on LinkedIn. So for example, I help a restaurant owner generate leads using Facebook ads. So, when you use that kind of like formula, I help X do Y with Z, you're able to like stand out and clearly tell people what you do. So that's like another way of creating a really powerful LinkedIn headline. And then, those are like, 3 sort of tips for LinkedIn profile, but there's a lot more. You want to make sure your about section is good, you're featured. So there's a lot that goes into it, but for like a beginners, I would suggest those 3 tips. All right, so Ara, I was literally wondering if LinkedIn supported live. Here you are, what you're using to live stream multiple platforms. Yes, so it's interesting. The LinkedIn Live has been out for a while. I believe for like probably more than a year now. But what's interesting, LinkedIn, I had to apply three times or 4 times. So I was applying for it, but I could never get it. I think it's still like in beta and they hand people and they give access. But finally I got it like a couple of weeks ago. So now I'm going live on LinkedIn and YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. It's fun. The tool that I'm using right now, the tool is called restream.io. Let me see if I can. So I already have it, I won't open it, but this is the website, restream.io. That's a tool I'm using to multi-stream to YouTube and LinkedIn right now. I'm using my phone for TikTok. I'm using one of my phones and another phone for Instagram. The other tool that you can use for is called StreamYard. That's another tool. It will allow you to go live on both platforms. Awesome. All right, now let's get the next question. What do you think about offering SMS, social media marketing services for e-commerce brands? I think it's a great service as a freelancer. Absolutely. See what's happening. A lot of people are like launching online businesses, right? And a lot of people are launching e-commerce businesses, right? So they obviously need help with marketing, because people typically they come up with the product, they create the Shopify store, or they hire someone to do it, but then they run into the classical problem. They have the website, they have the products, and then they're like, how do we sell it? How do we bring traffic to it? So yeah, as a business, I love that niche for being able to. I think that's a great niche to be in, offer your social media services to e-commerce brands. So I love it. All right. Ooh, this is a really, really good question. Any suggestions for promoting medical lab, blood testing center on Facebook? What sort of create? Ooh, Dan, that's a really, really good question. I think with what's going on right now, COVID, a lot of interesting things. I think the retargeting. So a couple of things I would do if you're like blood testing center right now. First thing, you want to make sure you optimize in the Google. So for example, look, if I'm in Dallas, if I say COVID-19 test near me, right? So you'll see like a lot of these. Actually, maybe let me put results. The first thing I would do is make sure my listing is optimized, and also the run ads between Google ads. I would prefer Google ads. You know why? Because if someone needs testing, what's the first place they're going to go to? Facebook or Google? What do you think? Google, right? Because that's a to solve that problem, they're probably going to go to Google and do what I did, right? So first thing I would do is create, and all these people are leveraging ads. Look at this, Walgreens, these guys, and you can just actually click on their ads and see their landing pages and see what call to actions they have, what type of stuff they are offering. So that's the first thing that I would suggest. But then if you want to use Facebook ads, here's what I would do. I would retarget people on Facebook. So people who are going to your websites, obviously you need to have a Facebook pixel installed, right? So people who are going to your landing page, to your home page, but then not like converting, not making an appointment for the testing, I will get Facebook ads to retarget them. So that's kind of like this comes to mind for blood testing, and especially on Facebook ads. So obviously, to recap, first thing I would do is retarget people who are not, going to your website and not converting. The second thing is, if you want to target, cold audiences, you absolutely can, but make sure you have a compelling reason for people to, to sign up. So maybe you offer rapid test. Maybe you offer instead of 3 to 5 days results, you offer results, or you can get results in like 24 to 48 hours. So whatever your unique selling point is, use that in your Facebook ads, especially if you're targeting cold audience. All right. Next question, how do you get digital marketing clients? Ooh, that's a really good question too. Actually, I'm getting ready to make a YouTube video for that. It's interesting. So I don't know if you can see my screen. Here's I think if you're just starting out and if you're looking for like digital marketing clients, my favorite thing I would tell people to attend networking events. So in your city, attend a lot of events, exchange business cards, and then follow up. And if your follow up game is strong, you can get initial clients from. But obviously, like right now, the networking events are kind of dead, right? So in that case, here's what I would suggest. So look inside three things. So inside Facebook groups. So join Facebook groups that has your target audience, right? And then start helping people in your Facebook group. And you can join any group, and let's say you offer service book ads. So in your group, search for Facebook ads. And when you do that, there will be a lot of questions people have. So you can start answering those questions, and that way you kind of build your authority, build a relationship with those people. So that's first thing. Number two is I would look at marketplaces. So look at Upwork and Fiverr. And do you know why? Can you guess? Well, the reason is because on the marketplaces, there are people already looking for services that you offer. So that's why I would, in the beginning, for your first like 3 or 4 clients, 5 clients out there. And then number 3, obviously build your personal brand, create content, educate people. So, eventually you don't have to go after clients. Clients will come to you. Do you train digital marketers who are young in the industry? Yes, I do. I have lots of courses. I also do consulting. So in short, the answer is yes, I do coach people or help people who want to start digital marketing. Thank you for the question. All right. Some really, really good questions, some familiar faces. What do I think of Instagram Reels? um, let's see. Well, obviously, I think Instagram Reels, they obviously copied everything from TikTok. I don't think TikTok should be scared. I think Instagram Reels is a long way to go. The community, the culture of TikTok, that's not something you can copy in a day. And I think Instagram Reels, it's just one of the many things that are like an Instagram platform. So I think initially, I think my sort of point of view is Instagram has a lot of work to do. That's number one. And then number two is I do like a couple of things on Instagram Reels, but right now, do test it. If you're a content creator, absolutely go test Instagram Reels and maybe repurpose some of your TikTok to Instagram Reels and see how they perform. But as a, if I have to between TikTok and Instagram Reels, it's TikTok right now. Instagram Reels does not have a lot of organic reach. So, but here's another thing. Since it's by Instagram and Facebook, I do expect that they're going to make changes. And then Instagram Reel product will definitely improve in coming months. So heads up on that. Any advice on email marketing? What's your question? What do you want to know? Let me know. But in general, absolutely, you should be doing email marketing. If you have an online business or offline business, I think I do like that saying money is in the list. I think that's so true. I think people who opt into your email, they have shown some sort of interest in your brand, in your business. So don't ignore email marketing. If you have any specific question, let me know. I want to know which hashtags to rank our Instagram. Well, I've never used this tool myself, but we were just talking about this. It's flick.tech. I think they have a 7-day free trial, and then you do have to pay for this tool. But this is the tool that you want to use if you want to see. So if you're using, let's say, 30 hashtags, and you want to know, which one you're ranking for, I believe they do show you. So flick.tech is a tool that you want to look into. Thoughts on Pinterest for reach on TikTok? Ooh, I saw a lot of people making content for this. So what's happening, I believe, on Pinterest, the video pins are doing really well. So if you look at my screen on LinkedIn and YouTube, so I've been testing this recently. So I repurposed some of my, if you look here, these are my TikToks. I repurposed these on my Pinterest, and the reach was insane. So I'll probably create more content once I do a little bit more testing. But if I go to my business hub, it'll show some. So these numbers are down right now because I haven't uploaded one in few weeks. But I did, when I uploaded the pins, I think in like a couple of days, all these numbers were like crazy positive. So I think what's happening on Pinterest is if you're adding video content on Pinterest, it's doing really well. So, but do obviously make sure you do optimize your content. And I'm gonna do some more testing. I did this a couple of weeks ago, but I haven't got back. I want to do some more testing, and I might create YouTube content based on my test results. Our next question, what is your favorite platform for sharing webinars? So I actually don't do webinars, so I don't have a favorite platform. I do not have a favorite platform there. I am so sorry. Any advice for Google Ad? What is your question? So what specific question do you have for Google Ads that I can answer? One thing I'll tell you, a lot of people talk about, should we use Facebook ads or Google ads? I think one of the things that I like to do is think about your target audience, and then think about, are they likely, whatever product offer, are they likely to go to Google and search to find a solution? If the answer is yes, then I think Google ad It's going to be very powerful for your business. What's the best way to get noticed on Instagram? Ooh, great question. So I think the best way, obviously, the answer is going to be simple. You need really good content, like great content. And you're probably going to ask me, like, what's a great content? And I think it's you're all tell you when the content is good and when the content is not good, based on the feedback. And then you want to use great content. You want to use the right hashtags. And the biggest thing is right now, you want to spend, if you want to get noticed on Instagram, that's a question. You want to spend 20% of your time posting content like this, and then 80% of your time engaging with people. So that's where you answer questions. That's where you leave comments. That's where you send like your DMs, or DMs, reach out. You go to the pages of your target audience and you leave comments on the pages. So that's how you get noticed on Instagram. And as far as the content, here a couple of pages I like. I think right now the carousel posts are doing really well on Instagram. So here's the quality of content you wanna aim for. So these are, because here's the thing, Instagram used to be like a place for like pretty pictures, but now it's becoming a place for education and information, right? And obviously, look at this design. He spends a lot of time designing his content. That's what you want to do. If you're serious about growing on Instagram, this is the type of content you need to have. Chris Doe, really, really good. There are a lot of other examples as well. Let me see if I can find. But yeah, great content, hashtags, and then 80% of your time engaging with people, helping them. All right, next question. How can I retarget an audience and running Instagram ad without deleting the promotion? Ooh, so you want to retarget people from an ad? I didn't understand that question. Maybe ask me in another way. Here's maybe what you're trying to do is, so maybe you have an ad that's running, and what you can do is, let's say if it's a video ad, let's say you create a video ad and if the ad is active, what you can do is go to Facebook and create a custom audience of people who watch a video, right? And then you can create another ad and target people, that custom audience. So maybe that's what you're asking, but I didn't understand that. I didn't understand that question completely. I have a cooking channel on YouTube. I realized may need some promotion. Which one is advisable, Facebook or Google ad for promotion? So if you're trying to promote your YouTube channel, and I have to pick between Facebook and Google ads. I think Facebook, you're trying to drive traffic from Facebook, and your URL is going to be YouTube video. That's tricky. Facebook does not like the URL, especially if it's a competitor site. But here's the thing, if the goal is to grow your channel as far as the subscribers, in my opinion, neither of them help. So if the goal is to get more subscribers using Facebook ads or Google ads, that's not going to help. If you use Google ads, it will bring you more views, but may not necessarily turn them into subscribers. So if the goal is to get more views, I would run Google ads. If the goal is to get more subscribers, I would not run ads. I would probably do SEO and use some other. I do have some YouTube content on my YouTube channel if you want to watch that. But I will use combination of good optimization on YouTube and using tools like TubeBuddy, which is right here on my channel. And then also, what a lot of people don't do, especially if the channel is small in the beginning, you want to bring your own traffic. So find a way to get traffic from external sources. One example I always give people is like Facebook groups. So let's say, so you said your channel is cooking channel. So what I would do is go on Facebook, search for cooking, and then look for groups, and then look for here are like thousands and thousands of groups on Facebook about cooking. So join these groups, understand the rules, and then see if you can drive some traffic from Facebook groups to the YouTube channel. So that's kind of what comes to mind. Thank you for great. How do you convert images to Instagram followers? Ooh, there's no direct method of you have images on your Instagram. I mean, if the goal is to sort of get those likes to follow you, what I would kind of like a tedious process. Let me see. Let me find. I haven't used an image in a while. That's funny. Here's a really old one. What I would do is one manual method, but it's very time consuming. Is I'll go there, I'll look at the people who liked, and then I'll go to their pages and leave comments. So the kind of like a manual way of gaining some followers, converting likes to it, but it's gonna take a lot of time. Here's another way. What you can do is, if you're getting likes on your Instagram pages, so those people are engaging with your Instagram account, right? So on Facebook ads, you can create a custom audience of people who are engaging with Instagram, right? And then you can create, once you have the custom audience of engaged people, then you can create the ad campaign and invite people to like you. You have to use there's no call to action of like Instagram follow inside Facebook ads. I believe you have to use the website click call to action. So there's two manual method and Facebook ads method. My channel is 2 months old and I've used vidIQ. Yeah, vidIQ is a great tool as well. So TubeBuddy is the one I use, but vidIQ is very similar. It's awesome. But yeah, I think that's what, for new channels, in my experience, whenever I try to run ads, I was getting more views for sure, but those views were not converting into the subscribers. So that's just a personal observation I had. But vidIQ, that's a really, really good tool. I would absolutely use that. Question. How many hashtags to use on Instagram? If you guys watch my content, you all know the answer. I always say 30 hashtags or as close to 30 as possible. That's the max Instagram allows. And I believe, I don't know why you want to use less than 30. I mean, keep it between 25 to 30, especially for small channels. Because every hashtag is an opportunity for people to discover you. So that's why you want to use those hashtags, right? Instagram Reels hasn't really boomed yet. What are my thoughts? Yeah, we talked about Instagram a few minutes ago. Yeah, I think they have a long way to go. Instagram Reels, major improvements they need to make. The discovery, and right now it seems like on TikTok, a small channel like myself, I can create content and have a lot of like organic reach, but that's not possible on Instagram Reels now. So I believe they have to address that. Next question, how would you recommend migrating a community from Meetup to Facebook? Ooh, so if you have a community on Meetup and you want to migrate to Facebook, maybe like a Facebook group, I mean, what comes to mind is, so hopefully you're doing like on the Meetup, you're organizing like weekly meetups or every other week. So maybe put something on, get to go join your Facebook group. So one example could be, maybe you did a meetup and it was about, I'm just making this up, come learn social media tips. And the presenter had, let's say, the slides or the videos. So you don't put that video or the slides on the meetup, put that on your Facebook groups, and then give people a reason inside your meetup community to go to your Facebook group. So that's like one way of migrating the community. And obviously it's an in-person event, and during the event, you can tell people to, hey, make sure you join our Facebook group as well. So those are a couple of things that come to mind. How to make Facebook account? I experienced unknown error. Ooh, I have no idea what that error is, but typically if you want to make a Facebook Business Manager, you search for Facebook, I believe it's facebook.com/business, and then you just instructions. Let's see what that URL. Facebook. Yeah, but unfortunately, I cannot. Yeah, business.facebook.com. That's the URL. So that's where you want to go and just follow instructions. But yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what your error is and what you did wrong. How can you deal with disappointment and lack of motivation? Ooh, that's a really good question. I think it really, a lot of time people get discouraged because they're trying to do something that they're looking at other people. So that's like number one. So instead of looking at other people, just look inside you and then try to do stuff that's like internally driven, so to speak. And the second thing is make it easy for you. This is something I talk about all the time, that if you want to do, like, if you want to create content on Instagram or TikTok, do what's easy for you. Because if it's easy for you, you're likely to be consistent for a long period of time. I think the mistake people make is they try to copy others. They try to do stuff like other people, and they find it difficult, and then their vision dies down. So that's something, what I would say. So, do stuff that's like more internally driven, not like looking at other people. And number two, make it easy for you so you can stay consistent. How about using Bliss or other apps to use all social in one point? I have no idea what Bliss app is, so I'm not the right person for that question. Amazing, you guys have some really awesome. Let me look on Instagram, see if I missed any questions, or TikTok. All right, let's see. I really liked your TikTok podcast with Ginger Mar. Yeah, so I did a podcast, I believe, a few weeks ago now, with a good friend of mine about TikTok, and I think I think it's called Talk Talks. So if you search, you'll find it. So yeah, thank you for liking it. Let's see. Dan, I want to start a YouTube channel for my social media marketing agency. I'm looking to do it through presentation videos, a slide. Which software do you recommend? I'm looking at PowerPoint and slides. So I think, yeah, what I just said, what's easy, right? So I do a lot of my content is also like slides. I use Keynote, but you can use your PowerPoint or app of Keynote. And for recording, I use a tool called ScreenFlow. That's my screencasting tool. So ScreenFlow. Let me Mac. This is the tool that I use. But yeah, keep it simple for sure. Would be my advice. All right, next one. How do I find keywords for my YouTube channel? So I personally use a tool called Buddy to find keywords. It's a freemium tool, so they obviously have a free plan and a paid plan, and really, really good one. Someone just mentioned IQ, so that's another option. The other thing is you can also use just YouTube search bars if you use those tools. So for example, if I want to create a content about Instagram Reels, so when I type that, see all these keywords right here. So this is what people are already typing in YouTube search. YouTube is a search engine, right? So don't forget that. And looking for content. So I personally use TubeBuddy, and also my content strategy is a little different because a lot of time I don't actually even do keyword research because my content is mainly my students or you guys asking questions, because I take these questions and create content based on these. Thanks, Ali. You are welcome, Jen. Hope that helps. what's my social agency? So my agency is called isocialu.com. It's w.iu, and it'll come up in a second. Here you go. isocialu.com. That's the digital agency that I run. All right, great. Thank you for that question. All right, so how would you promote a fundraiser on LinkedIn for a campaign that is time sensitive? Ooh. So if it's time sensitive campaign, and you want to use LinkedIn to promote, what I would do is I would do like influencer marketing or influencers. So I'll find, maybe 10 or 15 people in my city who are creating the same type of content that I want to hit, and then find a way to work with them, collaborate with them. If you have the budget, then you can run, LinkedIn ads, but do keep in mind that LinkedIn ads can be very, very expensive. But again, if I had a budget, then I would run LinkedIn ads. And if it's time sensitive, then LinkedIn ads could be more powerful than reaching out to other people, because reaching out, negotiating, creating campaign, that can take a lot of time, right? So that's what I would do. One, LinkedIn ads from company page. That's what I would use. Number two, reach out to people who are in the same city, creating like similar content that appeals to people who might contribute in the fundraiser, and then get them involved and create content with them and promote the fundraiser. So those are the two things, especially if it's time sensitive. I just type my keyword phrase into Google and see what suggestion comes up. Yeah, so that's how I love Google for that as well. People don't use that enough. And here's I'll show you something. So for example, on Google, if I type Instagram Reels, right here, all these like suggestions, and there's a free Chrome extension that you can use. So if you're looking at my screen, there's a Chrome extension, keyword surfer. So there are two keywords everywhere, but that's paid. Keyword surfer is free. So I enable that extension. Let's see what happens now. So I'm going to refresh this page. And look, so this extension is going to give me data about the keyword that I just entered. So again, let's actually do another one. So if I want to search for, let's say, LinkedIn marketing. It's loading. Look at this. So it's giving me different keywords, and the search volume for free. That's a very powerful keyword Google Chrome extension. But yeah, I think Brent said that's what he does on Google. So that's awesome. Thank you for sharing. What's the name of the extension? So it's called Keyword Surfer. Let me see if I can. I have so many extensions, but let me type that. Here you go. So Keyword Surfer, Google Chrome extension. That's the one I use. And the other one is Keywords Everywhere, and they're very similar. The difference is Keywords Everywhere is paid. There you go. So this is the second one. All right, guys, I do have to jump off, but thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching. We will do this again. Thanks for your awesome questions, and bye for now.